Tony Milazzo, you are live and on board, and we're in Marina del Rey Harbor. My guest today is Tim Homayoon.
Hey, great to be back.
Oh, good to have you, buddy. It's been a while.
Yeah, thank you.
What have you been up to?
Been doing a lot of traveling, a lot of shows, a lot of
yeah, I see. You've been doing a lot of shows on the road.
Yep. It's been fun, and I'm still kind of getting used to the West Coast. Because if anyone doesn't know, obviously most people don't know, I'm from New York originally.
From New York.
Moved to L.A. a couple years ago. But L.A.'s tough to do stand-up and make money, so...
Yeah, you got to go somewhere else.
Yeah, you got to go on the road. And I'm still new on the West Coast, so it's like you're starting over. So I end up going back to the East Coast doing the road. And then flying back, so I still never.
Yeah, I like that too.
Really, yeah, because the West Coast, and plus you're in LA. It's not like in New York City where you got gigs in the city, you got gigs in the Long Island, gigs in Connecticut, Boston, Jersey, Philly.
Are you going back soon?
You
back again?
Yeah, in November. Not in October. Just I'm too lazy.
I'm back December, January.
Oh, nice.
You better bring me back some pizza.
Oh, yeah.
Some pizza?
You know what's funny is our mutual friend Della Valle, Jimmy D. Brooklyn Buddha. I was flying out, and I'm pretty paranoid when I fly because I always think I leave stuff behind. Oh, I forgot this. I forgot. I have to double check the hotel. So Jimmy's like, "Hey, bring back L&B." I don't know if anyone's from New York, Spumoni Gardens.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
So their famous square pizza. He's like, bring it on the plane. I go, I don't want to bring pizza on the plane. What the hell? I go, no, just bring it. Just freeze it overnight. And so I got to freeze it and I got to bring it in. And I'm worried about my stuff.
What we will do for New York pizza, especially Spumoni Gardens. Oh, my God. Yeah. My brother-in-law goes there.
Oh, yeah.
He's a New York City cop, retired now, but that was his hangout. He knew where to go for pizza.
I got a crazy story there is that I did a woman's 40th birthday. She worked there, but they did it at a different pizza place, I guess a friend of the friend. And it was the worst party to do, comedy because, they had dancing and they were all drunk. They're drunk and this woman and her friends and they're heckling the DJ. You know what I mean? So I'm like, they're going to hate me. So the DJ doesn't even have a microphone for me. So they stop the music, and I'm just like, and everyone, you can't do that. You can't stop the music and go, all right, we got a comedian. And they don't even know there's a comedian. It was just like a surprise. So I go on, I'm trying to, and no one's listening. They can't even hear me because I don't even have a microphone. So finally, I grab the microphone from the DJ booth. So literally, it's over the booth, and I'm stretching, leaning back to talk, and they're heckling me the whole time, and I'm ripping on them, they're ripping on me. It's just a nightmare gig. But I finish up, and one of the owners of Spumoni Gardens is there. He's the one paying me, but he's not even in the room. So they're all drunk, like I said. So I go to get paid to get the hell out of there. And he's like, "You were great. You were awesome." He didn't even watch. He was just wasted. So he's one of anyone that doesn't know New York, old school New York guys, Italians. He pulls, that guy he pulls out a wad of like hundreds and fifties, and he goes, "How much do I owe you?" I said, "It's just like $250 or whatever it was." So he pulls out $100. He goes, "Put your hand out." So I put my hand out, and he goes, "Yep, there's $100." And he takes out another 100. He goes, "There you go." And he goes, "I don't have change of 100." Well, that's what it was. He had all hundreds. He goes, "So I owe you $250. How about 3? I give you 3. Is that cool? You get a $50 tip?" I go, "Yeah, I appreciate that. Thank you very much." He goes, "You like that?" I go, "Yeah." He goes, "Then take another one." I go, "Holy shit. All right, I'll take another one then." He goes, "You cool with that?" I go, "Yeah." He goes, "Then take another one." He gives me another one. So
I wish I was there.
Yeah, so I go, this guy's cool. He doubled my pay, So all of a sudden, this shit gig, I'm getting $500. So now,
don't get spoiled.
Yeah. So now, cut to, I pop in, see him, say hello. Now I'm with my ex and her friend. Her friend, we had told her friend about this Spumoni Gardens. You got to go see it. and we got to go say hello to Lenny. So I got $50 on me, and I go, you got to have the pizza. Go sit, have the pizza. So we go there, and the woman who did the birthday party was the hostess. So she's like, oh, I remember you. You can't have pizza. Come and sit at the chef's table. I didn't even know what a chef's table was at the time. I kind of assumed I knew, but I said, look, I only got $50. Oh, no, this is a chef's table. I'll get Lenny. So I go, look, we're just going to get pizza. I'm I'm going to take care of it for the three of us, And Lenny comes out in front of a whole restaurant. He's one of those loud, old school guys. Hey, this guy's the greatest comedian I've ever seen. He is amazing and funny, And then he goes, no, you getting pizza? No. Give them this, that. And they bring out piles of shrimp and, pasta. I mean, like huge portions. And I go, wow, this guy's so nice. I mean, the nicest guy. He's bringing out, they bring out the pizza, they bring out the all this, he's bringing stuff to go, all this stuff. And I go, wow, what a great guy. And then he turns around, and I give the waiter, I said, if he's giving me this, I'll just give him the $50 tip. What am I going to do? And I give the waiter $50, and he goes, oh, here's the bill. I said, what? The bill? I said, uh-oh. So he gives me the bill, and it's like $150. And I go, holy shit, I only have 50. I don't even have my credit cards on me. So now I'm like, wait a sec, where's Lenny? Lenny, wait, I got stuck with the bill. And I just gave the guy my 50. So he thinks it's the tip. I'm like, oh my God. So now I'm like, my girl, ex didn't have the money. So her friend goes, no, I'll pay it. Now I look like an idiot. So I go, no, let me talk to Lenny, and they go, no, don't bother. Look how much food he gave us. And I go, no, he knows. I'll pay him another time, but got to give me a warning if you're gonna do that. So I go, hey Lenny, can you come? Now they're embarrassed. My ex's friend is embarrassed. I go, no, Lenny, I just wanted to say that, I just had the 50, and I give. He goes, whoa, we got more. Then give him more. Give him pizza. And I go, whoa, I can't afford. He goes, no, you got ice cream and gelato and this and this. So he leaves, and then her friend pays the whole thing, and then I was like, oh my God, it's embarrassed. But I got all this food, and so every time I go back now, I'm scared to talk. Now I hide from Lenny. Because
I'm gonna get a $200 bill.
Yeah.
Or $50.
Because last time I went, he saw me. I hid from him, and he saw me. And we were just getting pizza, and he brought out all these desserts, and and luckily I told him. I said, oh yeah, we don't have money. I don't charge. I said, well, I wanted to say the other time you charge. I guess he didn't charge, but they thought, But so that's Lenny over at Spumoni. But it is.
That's the place to go, though.
Yeah, Spumoni Gardens.
I like the pizza Stromboli's on St. Mark's and First.
Oh, yeah. You know what's funny is I like good pizza, but there's also sometimes I get that cheap pizza that's $1 a slice one. There's one on 40th.
It's got that nice orange oil grease sitting right on top, dripping the way I like it. I like it all.
40th and 9th Avenue. I think it's Two Brothers Pizza or something.
Yeah.
They got a couple of them, but I went to that one because I used to live near there. It's a buck a slice.
I even like Dirty Water Dogs.
Yeah.
I eat Dirty Water Dogs when I'm there. White Castles.
Yeah.
Everybody out here in LA only sees them in the frozen section.
Yeah.
I march up there at 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning, shit-faced drunk.
Yeah.
And have myself 10, 20, 30 of those steamed White Castle
little
burgers.
tiny,
some suicide fries.
Yeah, it's funny because you come out here, and I was like, oh, they got to have pizza and...
Wake up the next morning hungover with the runs.
Oh, yeah. That food goes right through you. Yeah. That's why you end up on the
White Castle.
Yeah.
Love those White Castles.
Yeah.
Bring some of those back. Stuff your suitcases.
Yeah, it's funny how New York people in LA go, oh, I wish the New York stuff.
Knishes. You can't even get knishes out here.
Yeah, bagels
no
barely.
Yeah,
barely.
There's no knishes. Hey, and then for a whole year, I couldn't even get knishes on the East Coast. You couldn't get them anywhere.
Really?
The machine, they had a fire.
Oh, wow.
Gabella, whatever, is that the name? Whatever,
Gabella,
whatever the name is, the Knish. You believe that? There's one Knish company with one Knish machine.
Yeah.
That makes the square ones.
Yeah.
I don't eat the round ones. Those aren't.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
those square Knish, there's only one company, one machine. It was gone. I almost bought a machine. I was talking to somebody about making one, and it was only $65,000. I was thinking about it.
Wow.
I was gonna take a loan, have my own knish machine.
Nice. Yeah, my
put it right here on the back of the yacht.
Yeah, that'd be perfect. That'd be the
right
knish boat.
Name of the boat's Bella Vita.
Yep.
And it's done in the Italian colors on the back of the boat.
Oh, nice.
And so when I did that, a couple of my friends were like, "Hey, it looks like you're a pizzeria or something, or Italian ice place."
Yeah.
So, hey, it would work anyway. We'll start selling pizza and knishes right out the back of the yacht, you know.
Yeah, that's perfect.
So, those of you who don't know Tim Homayoon or need to look him up, where can they find you? Because sometimes people like to Google and look for you
my website's timwho.com, because Homayoon, people don't remember that. I actually had
timwho.com. I kind of like it.
Yeah, because I had timhomayoon.com. Somebody stole it. You know when it expires, and then you go to re-up it.
Who would steal your name? Somebody with that name, obviously.
No, they wanted to sell it to me. You know when they have like those bots that automatically buy it as soon as it expires, so you can't go. So he goes, "I want $500 for it." I go, "I'll give you $25. I'm not going to give you $500. He goes, $400. I go, $20. You know, like I went lower just to be an ass.
And now you don't have it.
And now
you do know you're a celebrity, though.
Yeah,
that's why I did it. You're a celebrity.
I go, good luck selling it to someone else. How many Tim Homayoons do you know? Yeah. Nobody knows how to spell it anyway.
Yeah.
I never, you know.
I was just going to tell you spell it so they could find you, but you don't need to. Just timwho.com.
Yeah.
That's
it's
simple.
an old website, I'll be honest. But,
what's your you have Twitter and
everything's
Instagram?
Well, yeah, so you're going to have to spell my name. It's Homayoon.
H-O-M.
Yes, Homayoon.
Homayoon.
Yep, Homayoon.
I like it. That's a good paisan name. You're obviously Italian, right?
No, I'm a mix. Yeah. Well, I'm a mutt.
You're a mutt?
Yeah,
yeah, it's very rare, us 100%
well, I'm actually, you know, it's funny. I used to joke with my aunt. I said my father's actually Persian. He's Iranian, and my mother's a hostage. You know, and they, but my mother's Norwegian, so it's a weird mix. Yeah. So I don't know how somehow that made me.
You're Norwegian too, huh?
Made me Greek.
Well, that's where you get the boating thing going.
Yeah,
I know you're quite the boater, aren't you?
A little bit, yeah.
Have you boated?
A little bit, not too much.
Yeah.
No,
you like the sea?
As long as it doesn't get too. I mean, I love the cruises, and you know, I've been working on the boats for the cruises, but as long as I do get seasick pretty easily, though, that's the one thing. You know, I got the Dramamine, you know, and the Pez dispenser.
Oh, you're spoiled on a cruise ship.
Oh yeah,
too. You ain't gonna get that treatment on board this boat. No, you think I'm gonna make you 3 square meals a day and chicken wings at 3:30 in the morning?
Yeah. Well, you know, it's funny. They actually warned me because I had free, you know, on the cruises you get room service. So I would get buffet and restaurants during the day, and then at night I'm like, what room service? They said, whatever you want. I said, well, what's the limit? They said, no, whatever you want. So I was getting 7, 8 things. They'd bring it, and they're like, how many people you got in? I go, it's just me. You know, they'd have
that's how I eat on the cruise, too.
I put 15 pounds on in 1 week.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Easily you could do that.
Yeah.
I could see it. You eat 160 pounds of food, and it doesn't all come out.
Yeah. That's why I joke. I go, that's why you want your cruise to end in, say, Mexico. This way you can put all the weight on, and then at the end you get to Mexico, drink the tap water, flushes it right out.
Yeah. Either that or walk back.
Oh yeah.
Mexico.
Yeah, you can do that. But yeah, I enjoy it.
Yeah. Good. So, how about some real boating? Okay, how about any experience real boat? Those cruise ships, you know, 16-story.
Oh yeah, those are. They got. I did the Oasis of the Seas. They have a 2-story mall on it. They got a Central Park. It's just crazy.
They're overkill.
It's overkill.
It's too much now.
And it's 7,000. You're like, oh
7,000 people. Yeah, floating.
It's ridiculous.
Let's risk everybody's lives out at sea while they eat and drink and jump in a pool. Just go to a resort.
And there's always somebody jumping over. You know, there's always.
You're always losing somebody.
Yeah.
You know, or they don't even know they were on board until they get back and they're like, oh, geez, really?
Yeah.
I wouldn't go close to any of the edge or the back of the boat or anything because you know there's people who just go they're tempted. I mean, I've gone to the back of the boat too. You see all these people looking over. You're tempted. Run over and just go. Pff,
yeah.
Woo! You know, just get rid of them.
Yeah.
Somebody you don't like.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Yeah, the line at the buffet is getting too long.
Yeah.
Thin the herd a little bit.
Yeah. I'm in. Always thin the herd.
Yeah, so, it's funny because they always wanted me to have stage names. So, I want to be Tim Honeymooner, Tim this. So I used to be Tim Who. Like I said, when I stole my website, I made that. I had that comedy guy, but then everyone goes, is it the comedy guy, the guy who does comedy, this? So like people, so I just said Tim Who. So that was fine. But the funny thing is my website is old.
People can't figure out anything for themselves.
No, I know. So
you could just Google anybody, their name, Tim Comedian.
Yep, yeah.
They'll find you.
Yeah. Yeah, it's weird because these days. Every once in a while, people say, oh, I Googled you and I saw something about whatever, and I never even saw it. There's stuff that's hidden, reviews, some good, some bad, or,
we're playing clubs we've never been to.
Yeah.
I Google myself, all kinds of stuff.
I was getting all these messages. I was on the news. It wasn't me. It was a comedy booker who had been using my video and other comedians' videos, and I guess got in trouble. Was lying to the people paying for the shows, and would say, "Hey, which comedian do you like?" And they'd say, "Oh, I like this." It wouldn't say your name. But it'd say it'd be a video of Tony Milazzo, and they go, I like this guy. And it would just have a number, like 143. So they couldn't Google your name and find and talk to you. They'd just see your video.
That's crazy.
So they would book you, and then right before the booker would supposedly call them and say, 163, was in an accident. So we have someone else for you. So they were doing bait and switches, so they can book the cheaper guy or whatever.
Or whoever their couple of friends.
Yeah, so they were doing it. So they got caught and they were on the news, and the news showed videos, and it's one. The first one was me, was showing my video.
That's hilarious.
So and I didn't know what was going on. People were like, you're on the news, your video, they're jipping you off. I said, I don't know what the hell's going on, but
that's funny.
Yeah, it's. You'll find stuff like that every once in a while.
Now, didn't you just do something recently? Did you just do a local TV show too?
Oh yeah, just yesterday I did there's a taping in L.A. It's called Julio and Friends. Mm-hmm. It's like a Latin Tonight Show. Oh. And we did a taping yesterday. What I did is I did stand up and then I did panel. So what they do is they have a comedian, then he has. He had a film director, he had a dancers, he had a little mix of everything. So it's like the Latin Tonight Show. Variety and it's show. Something, a little variety show. Julio Flores is his name.
Okay.
Nice guy.
Good.
Yeah, you should, we'll get exchange info so you can get on. He's a cool guy. And Jimmy, we mentioned Jimmy Della Valle. Jimmy did it last month for the first taping, or second taping they did. Jimmy's going to be the sidekick. Because you have a lot of talk shows have the guy on the couch to be funny.
Yeah.
And so Jimmy did it. So Jimmy's going to be the sidekick, and then Julio wanted me to do. So I might write like a weekend update, sort of like Saturday Night Live. Just add stuff to it. So it's a nice thing that's it's gaining some legs. So it's. Good. Just started filming. Yeah.
Have you been doing a lot of writing? I know that back in the day
I used
to,
some
writing for SNL.
Yeah, and I did that, and I would get random. I don't know if I mentioned in the last podcast. I would get random calls from my old manager. Would I guess give my number out to these comedians, and I got a call. Hey, this is Dustin Diamond, and I didn't know that's the Screech guy. I don't know if you remember Saved by the Bell.
Oh, right.
Screech. So I wrote for him, and then which was a crazy. 2 day or a day and a half. I wrote nonstop with him. He was freaking out. He'd never done a corporate show, and this was for Microsoft. I think it was one of those Microsoft versus AOL. Remember back in the day, they would have those AOL 3.0, Microsoft 2, whatever it was. They were doing a big party to announce the new Microsoft. 2.0 or whatever, and so Dustin was one of the B-list or D-list celebrities, each per hour, and so I would help him write it, and then he couldn't remember the jokes I wrote for him, so I said, you know what, because I used to write a lot of computer material, and I said, oh, it's Microsoft. I said, use my jokes just for the show, don't be doing them. And then, of course, afterwards, people are like, he's been using other people's material. Like, oh, son of a, I gave him all my material, but at one time, but he'd actually, so he's about to do it, and then he opens the curtain because he was scared doing a corporate show. The guys in suit and ties, and you got to be clean. And it turns out it was all children, little kids, and like 4 or 5 years old. So they don't know the show Saved by the Bell, and they don't know comedy. They're not going to know his references. And the jokes that are mine are, for adults. They're not dirty, but
no.
So he freaks out, and he's like, I can't do it.
Oh.
So I say, you know what? You're a goofy guy. Just do something improvised. Do like karaoke. Because they have a band, you can do music, and I said just goof around. Because I used to do kid shows. That's what you got to do. You can't perform for little kids. They're running around, they're picking their nose. So he did that. He's a goofy guy, and he did great. I loved him.
Pulled that one off.
The funny thing is, after him, the next celebrity was Ice-T, and Ice-T, the rapper who had just started doing acting then, had been doing a Scared Straight program at the schools. So that was part of his thing. He's like, I'm going to come out as the Scared Straight guy. So he comes out really aggressive. I was shot. I was stabbed. He's like screaming at the kids. He pulls his shirt up. He's got a scar. I did this. I've been stabbed with this. And he's cursing nonstop, saying the N-word. And here you look at his little 5-year-olds and 4-year-olds in there. Like, oh, my God.
Traumatized.
Yeah, traumatized. Oh. And then the funniest thing at the end, you got these two, the two of them get together to take pictures. You got Screech, who's this goofy guy, and Ice-T, who's, this rap. So long story short, I go to get paid, later on, and Dustin's agent never paid me because he never did stand-up. So I said, no, it doesn't work like that. We worked a day and a half, nonstop, and he was getting, probably $5,000-$6,000 for that one event.
Oh.
And they were going on tour, the Microsoft, that was, was in Central Park. They were going to go to different, like 20 cities. I said, no. You're going to pay me. I don't care if he did it, whatever. We work. So it took a couple months. We had to threaten, lawsuit. But I did get paid eventually. I think I got a little pay cut. But,
yeah.
And like I said, then I heard that, oh, by the way, he's known to use other people's material. I said, no, you better not be using my material, But that's how, I would write for him. And then I get call. I forget the name. There was a ventriloquist, a female old lady ventriloquist, Madam, in the 70s, 80s on the Gong Show. I forget it was a gentleman who had died, who had a Madam, and she he was in a sitcom with the Madam ventriloquist.
Yeah.
So someone, because he had passed away, someone had bought the rights to the doll, and wanted to bring it back. And needed material, so I was hired to write material for the dummy. So I started doing it. But the woman who bought the rights wanted to change the whole character, like not just a funny old lady. Now
that's dumb, huh?
Yeah, now it's a stoner old lady and this, and she's going to be in a bikini with marijuana, bra. And I go, it's an old lady, it's a funny old lady. You don't need to.
Oh my God! You never change the formula when it's successful.
Yeah. So I was like, I don't need it.
Yeah.
But I used to write a lot. But lately, I've had I guess you could say brain issues. Nothing severe, but my brain's.
Well, it's just not writing time.
No,
you can't always write. I go through that.
No,
I don't write for a very long time, and then I start writing again. I'm just getting back into my writing.
Yeah, because
which is something I want to do with you.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, because I don't know if it's it's funny because I was going through a divorce, and we were going they made me go to therapy, and I get this woman, nice young lady, and she's like, wow, you can't focus, you have severe ADD. I said, well, maybe it's because I could see your bra through your shirt, like I can't focus. I mean, it's but I think it's gotten a lot worse in my writing, even like. I used to, when I first started acting and comedy, and I guess it's that adrenaline, the excitement when you're new. I'm no lie, I bought hundreds of books on everything, not just comedy, acting, writing, and hundreds. And I had subscribed to Variety and Hollywood Reporter, all this. I used to read every day. I literally haven't read a book in like 5 years. Like I can't. I'll start reading it and then I get distracted. I can't, focus on it. So that's something I do. And it's funny because my stand-up act, if people watch 2 shows in a row, like if I'm doing a weekend or something, they'll notice it. But you're not really going to notice it just because I've been performing so long that I blank every time I go on stage. Like I can't remember my act. But what will happen is I literally, the taping yesterday, I wrote,
Because I'll tell you something, when I see your shows, you are, to me, totally confident and on top of your game.
Oh, thanks.
That's how it comes off.
Thank God I guess I did so much writing in the past that I still do a lot of the same. And it's funny because when I did the cruises, you got to do the kids shows. So I started taking material that was like I wrote 20-something years ago, and I'm like, oh, thank God it still works because I can't sit and write as good as I used to.
Yeah.
I get distracted.
Well, you're a funny guy.
Oh, thanks.
Great material. I think it even works for you because when I see you, and I've seen you do some of the, it's the act. You do the act.
Yeah.
It's as if you're saying it for the first time every time, and maybe that's part of what you say you don't fully remember it.
Yeah.
And so it's incredible how you're able to deliver like you're delivering it for the first time every show.
And thank you.
More than anybody else I've seen.
And the funny thing is, my memory is so bad that people will come and tell me a joke, and I go, "Wow, that's really funny." I go, whose is that? And they go, "That's yours." I said, "Oh, I didn't know that was." They said, "You used to do that." I said, "I don't even remember that." I'm scared that sometimes I think I'm stealing somebody's bit, and then they go, "No, that is you." Oh, okay. I thought I wasn't sure. What the funny thing?
There's only so much funny out there.
Yeah. But the funny is, yesterday during the taping, and during panel. So when I was doing the jokes, the stand up, I had kind of I knew where basic where I was going.
Yeah.
But the panel, what it'd be trigger words. Like he mentions, you used to open for Ray Romano. So I said, okay, yeah, and I tie it into kind of a joke that I used to tell because I said Ray Romano has, at the time, had twin boys. They'd just born. So I always felt weird because he talked about twins, and then I would open for him, and I would talk about my father, who has an identical twin brother, and his identical twin brother is married to an identical twin. And they used to work together. They put the office, 2 were doctors, 2 were dentists, so they put the office together. So I used to do a joke. I said, "Dad, have you ever used the fact that you look exactly like your twin brother to fool somebody?" And he said, "Sure, why don't you ask your father?" Right? And I do that yesterday just because it came up and I hadn't done it in a while. And I said, "Why don't you ask your brother?" And then I go, "What?" And the audience looking at me like, "Brother, what? What's the connection?" And then I go, "Oh, can we do that again?" I screwed up my joke. Like I didn't even realize I've been doing the joke for 20-something years, but I hadn't done it in so long, and because it wasn't in my set list, that I completely screwed it up. So I had to. That's the embarrassing thing when you got to go, "Hey, can we retape that?" And then I go, "No, the punchline's actually father, not brother." So then I do the joke again. And it gets no laughs. Like no one warned him. Hey, maybe you can fake laugh. So it just sounded like I bombed. I'm like, okay, we move on. But but that's something that for me, like you said, because I can't. I'll forget a lot of my material, or sometimes I'll forget the middle of it, and then I'll have to improvise. And then I'll get new material out of it, or I'll do 2 shows, and the second one will be different because I'll forget. But the worst thing for me, though, I don't know if this ever happened to you, is you ever repeated a joke in the same
the same set?
Yeah, that's
Not
where
yet.
I get scared.
Not yet, but you just planted that inside my head.
And see, that's my biggest fear because I can't, like I said, I can't.
Oh my God, yeah.
And especially when I'm doing like 3 shows a night, oh my God. So
where was I?
Yeah, the worst was.
Did I do that?
I used to have a 5-minute closer, a big closer, and it had like a big punchline at the end. And I was in Texas, and it was kind of a military crowd, and they were real good, but they were rowdy, so they were loud. And the other acts weren't doing too good. They were getting heckled, and so in my head I go, you know what? Let me open with this closer, because it's kind of, it's a little perverted, and it'll work to that crowd. So I open with it and it kills. And then I do my act, and 40 minutes later I had forgot that I opened with it, and I did the bit again. 5 minutes. But here's the scary part. Nobody said nothing. They just kept quiet, which is worse. I'd rather. So I'm in my head. I'm going, you know what? This normally gets a laugh. I don't know why. And then right before the big punchline, somebody goes, "Did it already?" And I go, "You waited this?" Like I couldn't even. You know how most comics go, "Hey, just seeing if you guys are paying attention." You can't do that with a 5-minute bit. No, you gotta look. I screwed up. You gotta be honest with them. But that's something that I'm dealing with, and I had stopped acting for a while because I did a play. I used to love doing plays, and I was in Manhattan, and I did a play, and we were rehearsing. It was kind of a bootleg play, but in one of the shows, I blanked in the middle, and I just. And that's the thing, as a comic, you can get away with it. You can even acknowledge to the crowd, "Hey, I forgot where I am. I don't remember," whatever. And they'll they like you enough, hopefully, that they'll accept it.
Yeah.
George Carlin did it on TV. I don't know if you ever saw that clip. He actually pulled his list out and goes, "Hey, jazz musicians do it. I don't remember," and read off his list. But during a play, you can't do this. So I blanked. I didn't know what to do, so I started improvising. I kept in the scene, but what happened was I screwed up the other actors, and because they were they weren't the so they didn't know how to improvise with me and go and find the scene. So I screwed it up for them, and they were furious at me, and which understandable. And then after that, I was like, oh my God, I never want that to happen. I don't mind it happen to me, but
that happened to me on a Tennessee Williams play too. I was like, oh my God, I just blanked and I'm improv.
Oh, especially that's even tougher.
Lost it.
Yeah, because a Tennessee Williams play you can't improvise because they're gonna go, that's worse.
They never hired me back.
Oh yeah. And then out here, and we were talking before the taping that the managers and agents. I went to meet a manager, and they go, you need 50,000 Twitter followers, and you're too old, and and I said, they go, you still have your MySpace account on your website. They go, well, you gotta get up to date with things. I said, I don't, I got 2 MySpace accounts, not bragging, but I go.
I think I have 3.
Oh, really?
Because of the music.
Yeah,
I got 3.
Yeah, and I'm behind on the.
I don't even have the passwords anymore to that stuff.
Yeah.
It's all.
Yeah, I'll get emails that
kidding me?
It's been hacked, and I'm like, I don't care. Yeah, and even I had friends go, look, if you need money, why don't you do extra work? You're in the union, you make decent money in extra work. I said, okay, so I go to an open call, and they're looking for decent-looking people. And I said, they said no model type. So I go, I'm losing my hair, but I said I'm not, that ugly, So I go to the open call, and I'm literally one of the first people they send home. Like they see me, and I go, no, they send me, and in my head, and basically, I'm thinking to myself, man, I am not good looking enough to be blurry in a film. I'm not even in the background. I can't even be out of focus. They're like, no, he's too old.
Hollywood, man, tough place.
Yeah,
tough place. Speaking about Hollywood, tough place. Acting. Since last time you were here, you did a couple of acting.
Yeah, the good thing is
I kept seeing photos on your website. And
stuff.
I
did a couple things. I worked with Eddie Velez, who's a great actor director. He was one of the members on A-Team in like one of the seasons. He had a lot of big credits. Really, really nice guy. And like I said, I'm Iranian half. But he had as an Iraqi as a soldier. So it was amazing. My friend Jimmy Della Valle, was in it, and we went out to the desert and we would film it, and the guy who he had met there to get the equipment had a tank, all this like real stuff that they switch it so you can't work it, but machine guns and guns and
Oh, so you guys got to play.
Yeah. So
what was the name of this?
I just blanked on it.
Here we go.
That's funny. And I turned my phone off just to, what the heck is this? I'll think of it in a sec. But it was about a guy getting kidnapped and the other guy trying to rescue him. And that's the funniest thing is that I'll do auditions. You know, they're like, "What's some things you've done?" And I'm like, you know, who's the director? I don't remember. He's a nice
that
guy.
That one and this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, great.
Yeah,
great.
But yeah, I did that, and then the funny thing is, so this guy Eddie Velez, he's very authentic. He wants it to look great because we're in the desert, but you know he wants to make it look like Iraq. So he goes, "You know what we need? We need camels." I go, "What the hell are you gonna find a camel in California in the desert?" Sure enough, he does his research. He finds a guy in San Diego who has a camel. They go $500 for 2 hours or whatever it is. They bring it out. They film for like 2 hours, and that's it. They send the guys, you know, get on the camel. You know, I mean, that's the type of guy. He'll splurge the money
funny.
to make
the
it
camel.
authentic, just to get a shot with a camel.
Get that camel over here.
Yeah, but yeah. So I was doing that, and there's a guy also besides Jimmy is our friend Jerry Hauk, and Jerry we did a TV pilot. So we sometimes they would write scripts and we would.
Right.
You know, work it together. Like we did a pilot called Not for Nothing, which was basically the 3 actors at 3 different stages of their life. So I was the new guy. Jimmy was the guy, you know, who's, you know, 15 years, the middle guy, and then Jerry's the guy who's been 30 years, was on Seinfeld. So it's kind of partially based on our real life, but you know, of course, it's. Scripted and you know, and that was a lot of fun.
Yeah, I know. I did something with you guys called "I Killed" last night.
Oh yeah. So they did that. A lot of you know short little films and they've been slowly upgrading too. So we just did a thing Jerry Hauk wrote called I think it's Sammys Crossing. They changed the name a couple times, and it was a short film and. It looks. You know, they're still waiting for the festivals to submit it before they release it.
Oh, excellent!
But you know, slowly the budgets are getting bigger and bigger. They're getting you know the camera, you know the high tech equipment, you know,
better
really
and better.
Yeah, better and better.
Smaller and smaller.
Yeah.
The gear.
yeah, it's amazing, and it was just.
What do you have coming up? Anything coming up that you want to plug or promote, or
I'll just you know the basic little shows. Nothing really. Doing little road gigs, cruises, but nothing. Nothing immediate. I just got off the road, you know. So, you know, that's the thing is everyone warns me. They say, "Well, you moved to L.A. You're not supposed to be touring until you kind of make it a little bit where you get your feet wet in L.A. Where." You know, because once you leave L.A. too early to do the road, then all the people that know you kind of, you know, they move on to the next guy, so they forget about you.
Right.
So yeah, I'm trying to stay in L.A. for a little bit before I go back on the road next month. So I'll probably be in L.A. doing. I pop in. There's a Ventura Comedy Club in Ventura Harbor.
All right.
I pop in there a lot, and you know, Hot Comedy Club and. Haha, whatever it is, and you know, a lot of my friends do shows, you know, around here and whatnot. So I'll pop in. A lot of them I do last minute because I don't like to book too much in advance.
Yeah, we haven't done a show together in a long time.
Yeah,
I'd love to do a show. With
yeah,
you
definitely,
again. We're gonna have to do that.
Yeah, because what was happening is I was booking a lot of shows around here, and then I went on the road and I had to cancel everybody, and then it kind of, you know, they get mad at me, you know, but
you got to go with the tour gigs.
Yeah,
I do it too.
Yeah, and I even had
out of town gigs come first.
Yeah, and then I had a gig up in Washington, where the guy goes, you know what, I don't want to book you again, and I had never canceled on him, but he goes, I don't want, it's too risky because if you book a TV thing, you know, you're going to take the bigger thing because it's not a huge gig, it's $800 or whatever, but.
Yeah.
But, you know, I normally would do it, but he doesn't want, you know, he kind of gets, you know, you're going to cancel, you're going to have a callback to a thing that it's a major, you know, sitcom, and you're going to put me on the, you know, spot. Like, so it's just like that.
Yeah.
Some people like L.A. comedian or New York, but then they get scared. They're like, you know, if it happens too much, these, you know, big L.A. guys, That happened with me when I was booking comedians. They would drop out last second, and they say, oh, they got to film in L.A. They got to fly out.
It's kind of the nature of the beast, I think.
Yeah.
Just book somebody else.
Yeah.
You gotta be able to shuck and drive. If somebody's gonna get a bigger gig, hell, somebody's getting $5,000 to $12,000. They're gonna take it over a couple of $100.
Yeah, I was always supportive of. I mean, obviously, being a comedian and a booker, I understood both sides. Yeah. But I would have some bookers that would threaten me and, hey, you cancel the, So I would, and I was overly nice. I would say, look, I'll do the gig when I come back for free. Shit that I shouldn't do, but you feel guilty. Like, I didn't want to upset it, But in hindsight, you go, you know what? This guy was taking advantage. Then I felt guilty.
I should have double charged him.
Yeah.
Hey, that's why when I get a phone call for a gig, how much is it? Where is it? What do I got to do?
Yeah.
Because you see this? Yeah. I'm hanging out at the boat.
Yeah.
I'm on the water.
Yeah,
we're in Marina del Rey,
make
baby.
it worth my while.
Yeah, what am I coming out for?
Yeah.
What are you taking me off the water for? It better be good.
Yeah. I had a guy, a booker, go, hey, I got this. Are you available this date? I said, yeah. He goes, I got a gig for you. It pays $300, a little local gig. And I said, oh, it's a little local gig, and so I'm thinking, it's maybe a bar gig or something. I go, no, it's at someone's house. I go, no, I'm not going to someone's. No, it's a party. And I said, raise the, and he goes, oh, it's going to be fine. They got a DJ, they got a band, they got everything there, and it's in and out. Now I go to
those are the ones that are tough.
Yeah, so I get them up to like 500. I said, okay, I'll do it. I go out there, and not only is no one paying attention, it's the same thing. They stop the music, stop the band. Hey, we got to come in. No one knows I'm there. And they go, oh, can you roast the guy? It's his birthday. And I said, I don't want to, that's not my thing. I'll do a little bit, but, like you could have gave me a warning ahead of time.
Of course.
And now there's no stage because.
Just an improvisational roast. We don't even know the guy.
Yeah, so now I'm basically in front of everybody who's, whoever's not walking around.
Yeah, that's $12,000 if I got to use my brain.
Yeah. Yeah, and then all of a sudden, so you're not on stage, you're just on flat land.
Yeah.
All of a sudden I feel something rub against my leg. He has these big like Rottweilers and they're sniffing my crotch. I mean, and it's one of those things where you're like I'm actually scared.
I love house kids. Oh yeah.
And it's like, all right, this ain't worth no $5. I don't know if he's gonna lick me or bite my ball. I don't know what the hell. And everyone's of course it's getting laughs, but it's like, you know what? My jokes can get the laughs. I don't need a dog, sniffing my crotch.
Oh my God!
Oh, before I forget, so we mentioned
boating.
Dolphins.
Yeah, we were talking about boating earlier, and you brought up you had a dolphin story. You wouldn't tell me until we're on the air. It's
a little thing.
Tell me your dolphin story.
It's just a simple thing. So I'm in my ex, and we had our honeymoon was in 2009. And we were supposed to do a cruise. And it ends up in like Mexico or whatever, Cancun. And then they had the swine flu. So they said, oh, we got to cut that cruise. So we'll send you to Vegas. So it's okay, go to Vegas. So long story short, we're there for, a week. It's going to get long, by the way. And my ex, is crazy. They're all crazy. I'm crazy. But so she bites her fork and cracks her tooth. Her front tooth is cracked. Not only that, she's we're at the Mirage, and now this is 2009 when the economy was down the crapper, so we had carte blanche anywhere. So the Encore offered us huge honeymoon suites for $77 or $79 a night. You can't get these are $600 room and up.
Yeah.
$79. No, my ex. I want to go to the Mirage to see the dolphins and the tigers because they have a little habitat thing, whatever. So whatever the habitat thing, same thing. So here she is with her broken tooth. So now she's upset, and then she sleeps. I tell her put the sunscreen, so she sleeps on her hands out there. Gets sunburn on one side of her face, so she's got a red face on one side and a broken tooth. So everyone's looking at her like, oh my God, this guy beats the hell out of her. Like and I have no clue at first why everyone's staring at me. And I'm just like, we're on our honeymoon. And And people will say, "What happened?" I go, she didn't listen to me. I told her. I'm like Ike Turner. So finally, we go to see the stupid. We see the tigers. And they got a little cub. That's the big thing. And she's so excited. Oh, the tiger! Oh my God! And she's a big animal lover. So so then she goes, "Oh, what do you feed them?" And they go, "Horse meat." And she goes, "Horse," and she's like, "Oh, you can't do that to the horses." And the guy's like, "Well, we get it from Canada, and it's lean." And so she's fighting with the guy, and it's, you know what? Fight with the guy. Let me go to the dolphins. So I go to the dolphins, and I'm below sea level, so they got the glass. All right, so there's these kids that are rubbing the glass to get the dolphins' attention. The dolphins would come over and kind of rub against the glass. So one of the dolphins I notice is getting aroused, and you see a thing coming, and they're not small. They're so
horniest animal on the planet.
Yeah. So it's swimming around and going to where the kid is, where the kid's waving on the glass, and it's rubbing its thing on the kid's hand, like sort of like imaginary getting pleasure from so. And I go, "Oh my God, I can't believe it's getting
it's getting weird.
Getting weird from a kid. It's getting, and then I go, "Oh my God, I can't believe I'm filming this." And I go, "But I gotta film." So I have footage of a kid jerking off a dolphin, but I don't know what to do with it. I'm like, "You can't post that."
Okay, we need to join the same club. Yeah. I'm at the Dutchess County Fairgrounds, one of the biggest fairs in the United States. Great fair, Rhinebeck, New York.
Yep.
Right? You know where it is?
Yep.
In the fairgrounds.
Yep.
And I'm videoing a little bit, some sort of little monkey.
Yeah.
I forget what kind. I'm filming the monkey. He's got a banana. He pulls the banana out. I watched how he peeled it because, by the way, we don't peel them correct. You're supposed to pinch them at the other end and peel them, and they're quick. It's like I mess it up.
Yeah.
The banana. They know how to do it.
Yeah.
So I watched him. Like, wow, he really knows what to do with that banana. 2 seconds later, I'll tell you what he was doing with that banana.
Oh.
He was sticking it up his butt, and I'm like, this little kid's watching, and I'm videoing, and I got this video, and I'm thinking the same thing as you. Like, what the hell?
What am I doing?
What am I doing in this video? Kind of creepy though. You put your name. Oh, video by.
Yeah.
I don't want no more jobs doing that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's funny. The monkeys are the best.
YouTube or what? That go viral.
Yeah.
We're trying to figure out what'll go viral. Let's write a sketch. Let's do something.
Yeah.
And here we are. We're sitting on viral videos.
Oh yeah. It's funny because you would watch. I'm sure you've seen it. You've seen some there's amazing videos out there. People either they produce it and make an amazing video, or they'll get some amazing footage, and it doesn't go viral. Then you'll see the dumbest thing
go viral.
It go viral. You're like, what the hell? Like, it's sort of like people like dumb stuff.
Dumbass shit.
And it's sort of like, this is so dumb, I gotta send this to everybody. Like they, they don't realize that, look how horrible this is. You're actually making them rich by, sending their video out. But, so that's...
I like your dolphin story. Maybe we'll leave off a little differently than that.
Oh, yeah. I have a lot of weird...
boating.
Yeah.
Do you have anything with boating? Did you boat as a kid?
I used to go fishing.
About the water? You like the water?
I used to... You know what it is? I loved to fish as a kid. But then I always felt weird. Like, I didn't like taking... something happened where, when I was a kid, I hated taking the hook out because the fish would try and, clamp its mouth when you're trying, and it always scared me. And for some reason, and I guess I felt bad when you taking the hook and So I did the last time I went boating. I got seasick, and I was I'm sitting there almost throwing up over the edge. But yeah, I enjoy it. I just I haven't done like the fishing and stuff like that. But a lot of it I was doing like I said, the cruises. So I wasn't doing like individual boating, but I what I do want to do, and I know you mentioned this, is because I'm out here, first of all, I haven't really been to the beaches. which everyone's like, well, how do you not go to the beaches? But I haven't even been on the water here. I haven't gone to Catalina Island. I haven't done things like that.
Oh, we just got back from Catalina. We're
Yeah.
gonna have to plan a trip together.
Yeah. People have been telling me you gotta go to this.
Yeah. We'll take you to Catalina.
Yeah, that'd be great.
We'll do a Catalina trip.
Yeah.
Might have to bring a video camera for that.
Oh, yeah. We gotta get one of the animals doing something.
Yeah. There's lots of endangered species doing freaky things over there.
Oh, yeah.
But you know what they say? Whatever goes on at the island stays at the island. Kind of similar to Vegas.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
Well, it's been great. I'm glad you came out here to Marina del Rey Harbor.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I appreciate
and hang out with me on Bella Vita.
Yeah, beautiful boat. Yeah.
Last time I saw you, we were out on the sailboat doing a show. We did a radio show. And I'm glad you came back. And you'll come back again, right?
Yeah, definitely.
All right, I look forward to working with you, doing some writing. Tim Homayoon, folks, make sure you check him out, see where he's playing, and get on his mailing list or his website. Check out the schedule.
Yeah, because if you could spell HOMAYOON, then you can just Google it, because then you'll get the Instagram.
Tim who?
Twitter, yeah. Twitter and MySpace. If you're still on MySpace, I got 2 accounts there. So. Yep.
MySpace. Really?
What happened?
Are you still plugging MySpace?
Well, I don't know what else to go.
Oh my God, we're done with you.
It's making a comeback.
It's making. You're listening to Live and On Board with Tony Milazzo. Catch up with me on Twitter and Periscope at Tony Milazzo Live. Email liveandonboardpodcast@gmail.com. And check out our new open group on Facebook, Live and On Board Podcast.